What is up? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Goods XY Big C. We back in the building, man. Listen, shout out to all the people that are subscribed. Shout out to all the people that joined the membership. Y'all supporting me in ways that I never thought people would support me. And I just want to show y'all some appreciation. So round of applause for everybody. Yes, round of applause for everybody that it has a membership right now. And, you know, also a round of applause for everybody that's subscribed right now. I appreciate y'all 100%. Y'all don't know the half, man. So I'm going to keep giving y'all content, and I'm going to keep doing this. As long as y'all keep me motivated, I'm going to stay motivated. I'm going to keep giving y'all content, man.
You're loyal. You're grateful. I appreciate that.
You're the real MVP.
Glasses Malone spoke to Be High, and they talked about a couple of things. And one of the things that they talked about is they decoded the Kendrick versus Drake beef. Now, he talked about a couple of things, and one of the things that he said was that if Drake won that lawsuit, it would have ended rap. Now, I don't know how y'all feel about it, but we about to find out. Let me know how y'all feel about it. Do y'all think this would have ended rap?
I mean, on another note, you know, Drake, he says he's going to appeal his case now.
Yeah.
I saw you hit him with the wanted visual.
Yeah.
Talk to me about all of this right here, man. I want the whole back.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. Every time I watch an interview from Be High, I feel like I'm watching an interview from like 10 years ago. I ain't gonna lie, man. Be High interviews, man, I don't know if it's the room, it's just the way that it's set up. I feel like this is back in the day, like, you know, like T.I., ATL, like that's what it looked like to me, man. But shout out to Be High, man.
Background of it all, Glasses, because see, I ain't had a chance to talk to you.
Sure, I know.
Everything that popped off, okay?
Yeah.
So when Kendrick comes out here with a damn smash hits and goes crazy on him, and then the thing runs for about 2 years straight.
Yeah.
What are people on the West Coast thinking about that whole beef when they were going back and forth with that? Take me there first, and then we're gonna work our way up to the lawsuit.
So that's my friend. That's a personal friend.
Okay.
We just wanted him to get it done. We wanted him to win.
Yeah.
We wanted him to do a great job of winning this battle and making us look great, and he exceeded all our expectations.
Thanks.
We all agree with that.
Yeah.
All of us agree with that. Gave us an anchor.
Yeah.
So we'll never forget that moment, the biggest rap battle in history. Here's this smash hit record
Facts.
that's going to play for the rest of our life. We're going to always remember that day when culturally, you know, you won in our honor and your name is there.
Facts.
Like we.
The interesting thing about that is this is how Glasses feels being from LA. Imagine how the people feel outside of LA. Like when this whole beef happened, everybody remembers how they felt in that situation. Everybody remembers how they felt when them tracks dropped. Everybody remembers how exciting that time was. So that's one thing we gotta give is that this created a big moment in hip hop. It definitely did. And anybody who's telling you otherwise is lying. You know, this did a lot of things for a lot of people. I think it just put an eye on hip hop, and it allowed people that weren't in the space to just come in and be like, what the fuck is going on?
What he did for hip hop.
Yeah.
Hip hop to me was like in a weird space. Like the same thing that happened to rock and roll was happening to hip hop. You know, you had this guy coming out. He could talk like he's from the streets of Atlanta. He could talk like he's from the streets of New York.
Facts.
He could talk like he's from the Chicago streets or the streets of the West Coast, the Bay Area, LA. And we was like, okay, we like the songs. These are really good records. We with you.
That just sounded like a whore. It said, Drake, be yourself. I'm gonna do everything. Bring everybody.
Whore.
Whore. All right.
And then it went from just being this really fantastic record maker to being like, wait a minute, like, is he starting to believe this shit he talking about? Like, you know, he talking about getting people hurt and
Oh man.
you know what I mean? And it made sense for the suits to empower him because obviously mainstream America looked like, hey, we like this guy. He looks pretty familiar. You know what I'm saying? So he was able to talk like us. You know, he was a Jewish man that could call somebody a nigga. Man, oh, this is perfect. So
crazy point right there. I mean, listen, man, never thought about it like that. Very interesting. But he not lying. I mean, Drake was an artist that was loved in all these spaces.
At our school, instead of addressing people like a group, like saying like, what are you guys doing? Say, man's like you. It's really weird. Yeah, yo, so man's like you were going to that, and then this means like the group.
Crew. That's interesting.
It's not. It's really ignorant.
And he was an artist that could do the dance hall. He could do the hardcore lyrics. He could do the singing. He could croon a little bit. He could do a lot of things. And I think that's what a lot of people loved about him. That's what basically made him, is he was accepted everywhere. And if you really apply that to the people that say Drake is the biggest, right? He's the biggest artist, whatever. The formula to that is you got to be accepted everywhere, right? And Drake was one of those guys that was accepted everywhere.
Like when Kendrick fought for that, you know what I'm saying? And he gave hip hop more time to be with his originators.
Okay.
Than rock and roll might have gotten.
Yeah.
Than country may have gotten.
Yeah.
More than jazz may have gotten.
Yeah.
Like he stood up and won a fight that was so much more important than, you know, some country or land. He fought something that was for every ghetto in America. And made sure the suits knew, like, yeah, you might not be able to pass that off no more. Now you got somebody just popping up here and saying nigga, and we look like, who is this nigga? You know what I mean? You got somebody here talking street, like, what street is he from? Yeah. Where, you know, our antennas is up and we really are like mindful. Like even right now, a lot of other hip hop artists, you know, not like they're like, it's questions. You know, there's some hey, what's going on? What's up with, you know, we in tuned.
Exactly.
For a while, we was rocked to sleep. We were so spoiled by hip hop. We had it for so long.
Yeah.
So I'm grateful in how important that was. Like he brought hip hop more life. Now it's up to us to mash it back into mainstream, you know, to overtake country again. It's up to us to figure out what is that going to look like. But at least we have the opportunity. Some kid from St. Louis from the ghetto, some kid from Atlanta in the ghetto, some kid will still have a chance to represent something. It's not, you know, it didn't turn to Elvis. Now we look up and it's nothing but Metallica's and Aerosmith.
Yo, that's it. Yo, shout out to guys. And I could see, you know, from the point that he's going on to, I like the angle that he's talking about this at. Because this does open a door and it opens up hope for a lot of other artists. Let's keep it real, man. This might be like second nature for a lot of artists, right? To make music, to write a 16, right? To write about your experience, how this day made you feel and express that and share that with your listeners, right? But imagine doing that for so long and not being appreciated for it. You know what I mean? Just imagine the era that we were in where people were talking about something, but then you had this rapper who talked about nothing and just mumbled something a little bit, and that dude took off. It's demoralizing. And it's no shade to those guys because at the end of the day, like whatever is working at that moment, that's what people do, right? If your artistic expression is singing about something and you mumbling a little bit, it is what it is. That's the way you express yourself. But when it comes to this hip hop thing, there's a form of respect that comes with it that only true MCs can gain. And when you have the people who don't care about that and don't respect that, but they want to be able to exist in the space, that's where you create the problem. I do like the fact that the doors feel more open now and people are listening and people want to hear something because now the people that got something to say, they have a lane. You know what I mean? It's inspiring. Just think about all the artists we've seen pop up out of nowhere. And when I say pop up out of nowhere, I don't mean that in no disrespectful way. It's not saying like y'all was nobodies. I mean for those people to get the chance and the opportunity to be seen by people who may have never even stumbled across their music if it wasn't for the way that the space is opening up. You know, like y'all see me do the reactions here, the Marco Plus, man, the Ruben Vincents of the world. You know, these artists are artists that I've stumbled across. I didn't listen to these artists before that, you know, and discovering the new sounds and seeing all these people coming creatively, throwing their hat into the game, you gotta applaud that, man. You can't be mad at that. So while people, you know, on Drake's side might feel like this has been all negative and things have been bad, there's a lot of positives that came out of this. And Glass is doing a good job explaining that.
It's still a chance here.
Okay, when Drake came with the lawsuit though, man, what were your thoughts about that?
On cue.
Bogus. That man said on cue. He like, I seen this shit coming.
I've been saying this since 2018, 19. I'm like, man, this brother's not hip hop. He's a fantastic rapper.
Yeah.
Makes a fantastic record.
Yeah.
He's a fantastic MC, but he also can do everything. The motherfucker sing just good enough to make a great record. Motherfucker MC his ass off to make a great rap record. Motherfucker make Afro beats. Motherfucker make a reggae. This motherfucker is the real deal. You know what I mean? He's a true record maker.
Yeah.
He just happened to not be this.
Ooh.
this is a very exclusive thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it makes it special. So when he filed the lawsuit, like I wasn't surprised one bit. This is a Jewish man that's up. Here's more proof that that's not necessarily, he's not of said culture. This is a Jewish man that's upset, felt like the label helped an artist defame his character. And, you know, here's more proof that that's not necessarily, he's not of said culture when it comes to this.
Okay.
You know, one of the biggest things about street life or street urban culture is accountability.
See where you going? You cooking?
You know, same reason we don't want you telling the police on somebody else on to avoid accountability for your crime. Same respect we don't have for you if you don't raise your kids.
Yeah.
We just gonna look at you like a goofball, and if we know we gonna have that on you. We gonna make sure you know that you a piece of shit. So, in his situation, I think this was true. Like this right up his alley. Like, oh yeah, I didn't like that. I'm gonna go into court.
Yeah.
There's a subpoena for you guys.
Yeah, I think honestly, question for y'all. If Drake had never sued, what do y'all think would have been the look right now? Because I feel like that essentially was like the last straw for a lot of people. Like, regardless of everything else we seen, all the other stuff he was doing, obviously, there's some people that they were way off of this train. They were like, yo, we ain't fucking with that shit. But how did this go for y'all? Did y'all look at this in a certain way? How did this make y'all feel? If Drake would have never sued, how would that affect the way you view everything that's happened so far? I feel like that's an interesting conversation to have. So y'all let me know in the comment section how I feel about that.
You know what I mean? And shout out to Judge Vargas, who made sure, you know, that's the John Brown of hip hop. You know what I mean? She stood up and was like, wait a minute, come on, man. You told this man you liked him young. You said mentioned you like him young, and he says that now you want to. So shout out to Judge Vargas, you know, for being mindful to notice that and throwing out that case. You know,
did you think that, you know, this case could have upset the whole industry, though, at a time, though? Because folks were screaming Ricos, they were screaming bot streams and everything else. How did you feel about that?
I mean, for me, I just felt like the labels fucked up. They empower somebody through a culture or through a genre of music that they know didn't fit.
Yeah.
And they felt like, okay, it was going to be okay because they was able to do it with Elvis.
Yeah.
They was able to do it with different people who are not of said walk of life. And not that man ain't a black man. That man is the son of a black man. I'm saying culturally, he just wasn't raised in that type of culture.
Yeah.
Hey, shout out to Glasses Malone. You know why? Because Glasses Malone has these real conversations, you know, and he keeps it real. Better than me because I just like to joke around and clown around. I wouldn't be able to get myself to be like, yeah, he's a black man. I would have threw some kind of joke in there. I would have threw some kind of slander. That's just what I do. Don't try to be like me. I just, listen, I got a problem.
Cause it's fun. It's fun to do bad things.
That's all, I don't know, man. It's just me. Be better than me, all right? But shout out to Glasses, man, because this is a real conversation, and a lot of the things that he's saying is factual.
So for him, it's like, it's all true to form. And I was concerned because it's like, wait a minute, you know, if he passed this, who's can the ADL come back and sue Ice Cube?
Yeah.
You know, can Ja Rule come back and sue 50 Cent? You know, can Tuka's mom, who's been hurt, because she sued the label?
Everybody.
You know what I mean? That's been using this boy name. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's crazy. That's a good point too, because his name been passed around in a lot of lyrics.
It got to be a space for us in street urban lifestyle and that cultural experience to express ourselves.
Yeah.
Hip hop gave us something that was uncensored. We can give you our CNN. We could give you rap music is the ghetto CNN, is what Chuck D said.
Facts.
We could give you our perspective. That's what made this art form so brilliant. Like this is what's happening in our little niche parts of every city or in a state. And when you have somebody representing that, and then now it's like, okay, now you have to be okay with losing the fight.
Yeah.
Right? You competed at a high level. You were fantastic as an MC in it, right? Drake was fantastic.
Yeah.
But you lost to somebody that was more culturally prepared and lyrically, you know, present for the moment, because it wasn't just as simple as, like, battles aren't simple as who lyrically is better. It could be tactics.
Ooh.
I mean, if you seen the movie, I'm sure you saw the movie 8 Mile.
Yeah.
It's tactics. Oh, let me diss myself.
Exactly. You can't diss me, yeah.
So in this situation, like, I just was saying to somebody, the real moment that I saw my partner really go to work is when I watched Drake and then prepare this whole thing about this music video for Family Matters. They buy this lookalike van and they got all this stuff. They shoot this nice video and they like, this is the red button, and they pressing on the red button. They just, this is it. And then in 30 minutes, here is another song that just quashes your greatest effort. Ooh.
Shit. Can y'all imagine what it was like as Drake? Imagine you Drake and you did all that. You did all that. Listen, don't let nobody tell you they didn't put no effort in that video. That effort was supposed to be the bomb. Family Matters was supposed to be it. And the minute that thing came out, there was another diss song. Imagine what that's like. Just imagine that, how demoralizing that is. Because we could always put that together and say that was his best effort. Just like Glasses is saying right here. Everybody should be able to agree. If you don't agree, let me know in the comments. But I would say that was Drake's best effort. 100%. That's crazy. I can't even imagine what that was like.
You know what I mean? Which is Meet the Grams, and it knocks the wind out of you. And it's like, fuck, this mother. I had him looking at the label like, y'all told him my song was coming out. You know, he just was over. So
y'all think that's where Drake kind of like switched it and was like started complaining? That's probably where Drake started crying a little bit about, you know, people betraying him and looking for the mole, who's his brother, who's really down for him. I think that's the moment where things just unraveled for him, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
I feel like it was a lot of great tactical moments that he wasn't prepared for.
Yep.
So I was concerned. Like I just wasn't quite sure how this was gonna play out. Something inside of me said, look, common sense says, you know, you can't sue anybody over art. This is part of art, listening to the music. But, you know, this is America, man, and they will let you get away with some dumb shit.
Yeah, I mean, it depends on where that mighty dollar's coming from, too, as well.
Yeah, and I noticed a lot of people was like, oh, well, you know, UMG didn't win anything. Like, you guys made UMG protect us.
Yeah.
Ain't that a bitch? You know what
I mean? Yo, that's wild, bro. UMG came out to protect hip hop. Crazy.
Like, these people have been criticized for extorting us the whole time, and you made them have to stand up for an artist's art. Like, why would you be the person to try to sue a record label over some artist's art? Yeah, you know better, and that's why I say it's a disconnect. So, but if he wins that case, you know, everything is threw off. Like it probably was the end of hip hop.
Damn, shout out to Glasses, man. One more time for Glasses, man. I think I could agree with him when he says that. I think if Drake wins that, that's definitely not only just a bad look for hip hop, but could be the end of it. Because we all know how we felt about it. We talked about it on this channel. We talked about what could happen if he won, the implications. Like, just imagine that, man, having to tiptoe on every lyric that you put out, every song that you about to put out, the labels scrutinizing it, trying to see, you know, what are you saying? Who are you dissing? How are you saying it? And at the end of the day, who knows if that still isn't a thing that happens. You might still have labels who scrutinize what you're putting out there because they want to know what you're going to say about a certain artist. They might be blocking records from coming out because they don't want you to talk about a certain artist a certain way. And hip hop is all about competing, man. If you lose that element in hip hop, you lose what hip hop is all about. It's always been about competing. This is why we got battle rap. This is why we had ciphers. When niggas is in a cipher, you trying to out rap everybody in that cipher. I don't care what nobody say. If you telling me you a rapper that approach a cipher and you just want to be mediocre, you just want to be regular, and you're not there to be better than everybody else in that cipher, you a motherfucking liar. You need to stop rapping. It just is what it is, man. This is hip hop, and I'm glad hip hop won, and I'm glad that hip hop continues to stand to this day, and I'm glad this was put in a way that embarrassed the effort. You know what I mean? So shout out to Glasses, man. Let me know how y'all feel about this in the comment section, man. I would love to hear y'all thoughts. This is interesting. This is a very interesting take, very interesting points he made in this. And y'all let me know how y'all feel about it, man. Listen, if you have not subscribed to the channel, please go subscribe to the channel. Show some support for your boy. We trying to grow. We getting close to our goal at 30K. Big goal for us here. I just want everybody here to be inspired, and not just for me. I want y'all to be inspired too, because y'all are part of this journey, man. Everybody who subscribed, from like every single person who is subscribed, y'all part of this journey, because that is the living testament that I cannot do it without y'all. So I'm glad that y'all here. Shout out to all the people that come back and watch these videos. Shout out to all the people that run to these uploads whenever I got something to say. I'm not always 100% accurate. I'm gonna make mistakes here, I'm gonna make mistakes there, but y'all always show me love, and y'all always, you know, correct me when I'm wrong. Y'all always challenge the things that I say. We have discussions in the Discord. We can disagree, we can agree, and we just make sure that we have fun here, man. That's the main goal, man. If we not having fun, what's the point of doing it, right? It's your boy Goods, BigZoeTV. Let's go.